Hello and welcome to the Chicago Tribune's Bear Download here at Hallis Hall on the first day of organized team activities. I'm Rich Campbell along with Dan Wiederer, and Dan finally got to see this Bears defense, which has been overhauled, take the field together, actually go through some practices. What were some of your impressions?
Well, I thought it was interesting seeing all the new faces and all the new numbers, even guys that have been around a while. Shane McClellan's wearing number 50 now instead of number 99. A lot of changes out there. It's going to take a while for us to get a real good feel for what Mel Tucker's hoping to do with this. And I feel like the players reiterated some of that. It's going to take them a little while to figure out what some of the new wrinkles are. It's not going to be a total change where you look at that defense and say, that's not the Bears defense I'm used to looking at. But there will be some new wrinkles, some new guys and new roles. And first and foremost, Tim Jennings, cornerbacks started outside for years here, and now with Kyle Fuller in the mix, the plan is to bump Tim Jennings inside to play the slot in the nickel, and that's going to be a change that's worth monitoring. Now, he has some experience. He did that in his early days in Indianapolis, but it's a little different feel for a cornerback to slide in there and have to read the run-pass keys as much as they have to, and to just develop a better feel for what it takes in there.
Right, and you mentioned the reads, and it makes sense then that you would put an experienced player like Jennings, two-time Pro Bowler, 8-year veteran, inside where he's maybe used to seeing some of these things he's going to have to read, as opposed to Kyle Fuller, who they can now get on the field, leave him on the boundary, and sort of just let him play with his physical ability and some of that toughness that they liked coming out of Virginia Tech. And it makes sense because Jennings also is an agile player. I mean, he can go with a two-way go. He's a tough run defender inside, very physical against the run for his size. And so you think that they want to get Kyle Fuller on the field because he's a first-round draft pick, and this seems like the best way to do it.
Yeah, we're still 3.5 months away from the season opener. Right. So as Tim Jennings noted today, there's time for him to redevelop that feel. He doesn't think it's going to take long to get that feel that he needs in there. But obviously the Bears feel very good about 3 reliable corners, and they're going to need that. As Mark Trestman has said, this is a 3-receiver league. We're going to have to go with those 3 corners a lot. So they have 3 that they feel comfortable with, and they want to make sure that they get each one of them in the right fit.
Right, and no hitting with pads at OTAs. So you can only gain so much insight on what things are going to look like. But we did see Shane McClellan play strong side linebacker and Mike linebacker today, mixed with the first and second string defenses, and you get a feel for his athleticism and why the Bears feel like he can convert to linebacker. And then you also see some, part of this work in progress where Martellus Bennett caught a pass over him down the field late in practice. And so I think, talking to Shea afterwards, hearing what he had to say for, the first time to the whole group and for the first time playing 11-on-11 at linebacker, seems very comfortable.
Well, that's the key word right there, Rich, is comfortable. And I think that gets overlooked a lot of times. We think about these guys and their skill sets. Can they do this? Can they do that? Sometimes it's as much as is your mind comfortable? And Shane McClellan seems like this is going to be a fit that works better for him. He feels a little bit more at home. And so that could be at least part of the solution there, where you get a guy in a role that he feels better in.
Yeah, so many different storylines to continue monitoring as OTAs progress. The Bears will have 2 more that are open to the media before minicamp in June. So next time we'll be back here is Tuesday of next week, but still a lot to come in the newspaper as we break down everything that the Bears have going on this offseason. All right, for Dan Wiederer, I'm Rich Campbell. That'll do it for Bear Download.